Hey everybody. So I'm out on location today, and been painting in the studio quite a bit this weekend, and kind of excited to get out today. Just need to get outdoors basically, but it's been kind of rainy and yucky, and the weather has obviously turned here. And even though I've been here before to this same location with 4 feet of snow, and obviously frozen, and I can't get to places now that I did then. Anyway, that's another story. That'll be a different video today. I'm going to paint something over in this direction, but Creative Journeys, one of the members of our community here, asked if I would do a video showing the stuff that I bring in the field with me. So that's what I'm going to do for this video, and I will it seemed like a great opportunity because hey, I'm in the field. So all right, I'll get on with it. Obviously, one of the things I bring, which you're all very much aware of, which wouldn't really count if you weren't making videos, you wouldn't have to carry any of this equipment, so I'm going to show you that stuff first so we can just kind of get that out of the way. But just in case you're curious, what I'm holding in my hand right now is a GoPro Hero 4. That's what I do the majority of my recording on. My third camera, I'll call it, is obviously my iPhone 7. I'm kind of I subscribe to the philosophy that I'll film with whatever I have that will get the job done at the time. So, and then this is just some other stuff that I have, and actually seeing my external microphone here reminds me that I should really have that on right now. So, but I won't screw this up. I'll keep going. And then my second camera that I use is actually a Canon PowerShot ELPH 160. It's like $99. Since the majority of my YouTube videos are shot in 720, for $99, it will shoot 720. Allows me to zoom and stuff like that. So I use that camera frequently when I'm just shooting like what I call the peripherals, like journeying to the site, pictures of the trail, things like that. I use that a lot for that. So all right, so that's the camera junk. Now let me get some more camera related things here. This tripod here, is just kind of a smaller, lightweight tripod that I use specifically for holding my camera, and so not necessarily painting equipment, but definitely necessary for the filming that I do. So there's that doesn't count. So the other two bags that I have with me, first is my brand new EZL umbrella, which I haven't even tried yet and don't think I'll need today, but I brought it along just in case the sun happens to pop through and I have a problem. I wouldn't be so sad if it actually did pop through. That'd be kind of nice, actually. So there's my umbrella kit, and then I have another tripod, and this one is what I use for actually holding my my EZL paint box. And I should probably mention at this point in the video, any brand that I mention during this, I haven't been paid to mention it. And when I review stuff or when I'm using things, if I think it's junk, I'll tell you it's junk. But what I use, I like, and so just wanted to mention that. And then I have I have a paint box. This is just a wet canvas carrier that I made this myself. This one, I'm in the process of actually making kind of a lightweight one that's really just open on the top, strictly for just holding two 8x10 panels. And you can just see, they just slide in here, and so I'll be using one of those today. But I just want a small, thin one that will just hold two that I can slide into my backpack, so I don't have to actually carry something else in my hand. So, all right, so now we'll get into my backpack and see what's in that thing. As you know, I just recently kind of set this backpack up, and thanks Mom and Dad for the backpack. They were visiting, and actually I was telling them what I was trying to do, and they insisted on buying it for me, so I'm always appreciative of that. So I was really intentional about the EZL paint box that's in here, and some of the other equipment. I wanted to be able to strap this on my back, carry the majority of my gear, and if I wanted to, all of my tripods and my umbrella. If I was going to have to hike quite a ways, I could actually strap those onto the bottom and carry those along that way. I wouldn't necessarily have to have those in my hand. So first off, let me get around here. There we go. Obviously, water, super important. I try to never go anywhere without that. In this front pocket, I usually keep some snacks in here. Some broken up Cheez-Its and cashew cookie Larabar. That'll get the job done if necessary. Anything else in there? In the next pocket, I think I'm going to put my camera on my tripod real quick. It's kind of hard to hold this, and I'm probably making you sick by shaking it, so hold on one second. Alright, so we'll give that a try. Another role that my phone plays when I'm in the field is hopefully this, in the past I think this has screwed up the audio, but I'm going to take a look real quick. The GoPro app on here actually acts as my monitor, allows me to see what you see. So I'm going to take a look at that real quick, and then I'll get on with the unpacking of the backpack. So 1 second here. All right, I've got it framed now where I think it works. I think maybe I need some new gloves. I can't keep my mittens tied back the way they should be. So, oh hey, this would be important. One of the things I'm in the field with, obviously, in the wintertime is a good pair of gloves. These have seen some battles, so to speak. A lot of painting with these, and tend to wash them quite a bit because they come home smelling like paint and thinner and all that. But anyway, I have a little small. This would be related to filming, not necessary for painting. But sometimes I use this to wrap around a post or wrap around a tree limb, or it's just bendy. I can do a lot of things with it when I'm filming, and I use this primarily with the little Canon camera. So this is a dog tie down, and the purpose for this is what I actually use when I'm using my umbrella with my tripod and my easel and everything. I screw this into the ground, and it goes into the ground pretty easy, unless I'm on like a really rocky area, or obviously in a city scene. I'm not going to screw it into the asphalt, but I screw it into the ground, and then I use bungee cords to go from my tripod down to the ground, and that keeps everything anchored. So I usually keep a few bungee cords in my bag for that purpose. I've seen too many people's easels get blown over by the wind when they have their umbrella up, and painted in some wind recently where even without the umbrella, and it just wanted to hit the backside of that paint box and take the whole thing over. Fortunately, this particular, I'll just show you this real quick, this particular tripod, it extends out to here, but then if you push this little lever, you can actually go out a lot wider, and that creates a much more stable base. So if you're going to consider using this style of paint box as the EZL like I have, or the Open M or anything like that, where you have to use a tripod to hold it, you want to make sure you get a tripod that extends to that extra angle. Just makes it super stable. So, all right. What have I got in this? Oh, here we go. Hot hands. When it gets really cold, these are really lifesavers. I mean, I just take a couple. There's 2 hand warmers in each pack, and I stuff those down in the palm of my hand, and it creates enough heat that just kind of radiates inside the glove and keeps me nice and toasty. As long as my hands are warm and my ears are warm and my feet are warm, I'm solid. Let's see. Some business cards. Keep a few of those in here just in case. What else have I got? Oh, my backpack warranty. That's funny. At least I won't have to go looking for it if something happens to the backpack. This particular backpack has a lifetime warranty, so that may come in handy. All right, so next pocket. Choose this one here. Obviously, my thinner can. And this is my medium. And speaking of medium, I use stand oil, and I use about 1/3 stand oil, and then I mix that with about 2/3 terps. And for the late stages of a painting, where you're painting really wet over wet, this helps the paint just release from the brush, and you don't end up scraping the previous layers off. You actually are able to leave some paint behind on the very top layer, but you need a nice medium to accomplish that. So that's what that's for. Just a little brass hook that I made that for hanging hooks onto my paint box. You've seen that many times if you've seen my videos. So I'm gonna put that back in there. Set it on top. Okay. So, and the side here. You may have seen this one in my other videos. It's the MSR fuel bottle. This is what I carry my extra odorless thinner in. It's a really nice bottle. You can get these at like Cabela's and places like that have a lot of camping gear, because it's really made to hold cooking fuel for when you're out camping. So so it's got a really nice lid and sealed by a O-ring, and once it's on, it can't accidentally come loose. So so there's that. Right. This pocket is my brush holder, which I also got from EZL. Paper towels. Forget these and you're going to have a rough day. And let's see. I always throw in a couple of, I keep a couple of the 5x7s that I paint on in my bag, because believe it or not, I've made it all the way out to the woods before to paint, and didn't have anything to paint on, believe it or not. I know it sounds crazy, right? Like, you get everything and then you get out there and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got nothing to paint on. So at least if I have my paint box in my backpack, I've got something to paint on no matter what. So I keep a couple of these handy. I know it's probably totally neurotic, but I don't care. A couple of the end of one roll, just put a new one in this morning, so needed that. This is just a bag I picked up at Home Depot. It's a nice canvas bag that keeps I keep my paints in. Even though I load my box at home, I get my paints all set in the box. I still bring paint out in the field because I just never know what I'm gonna get into, and or how much of one I'm gonna use, and I don't want anything like not having paint to drive any decision I might make during the painting process. So I'll show you my colors. Might as well. I mean, I have like a lifetime supply of Viridian. Viridian is one of those colors that can absolutely destroy a painting, but when I need a little bit of it for something, it's absolutely essential. So it's a major part of my palette, but small. I don't use it in big quantities. If I was painting a lot of water that's very transparent, like shallow water in the Keys, or any green, bluish waters, this works really well for that. For me, it's just something that I mix in with a lot of other colors, so there's that. I use a cobalt violet. This one happens to be a hue, and you've heard me say before, one of these days I'm going to buy the real cobalt violet. But for now, since it's kind of new to my palette, I'm still learning how I want to use it. I'll stick with this until I get through it. I use a lot of French ultramarine, and this one started out as a big tube, but you know, this is probably a couple years of paint that I've gone through, so that's lasted me quite a while. This one's also new to the palette. Vermilion, just added this fall, and I will say that I'm extremely happy with what this is bringing, especially to those fall paintings when I had oranges and yellows and things to deal with. It just added a nice, it filled the gap between my reds, which in this case is rose. I'll show you that one next. But between the red and the cad orange that I use, it just fell right in the middle, just when I needed that different tone. I didn't have to spend a lot of time mixing it. I use Indian yellow. That's my major yellow, very warm. And then I use Hansa yellow, which this is the Rose Madder. Quinacridone is what it says on here, and just a small tube of titanium white that I bring along in my bag. Cadmium orange, and this one's obviously a hue as well. That'd be a lot of cad orange in this huge tube if it wasn't a hue. But yellow ochre, which you know I just added this last year. Occasionally I just need manganese blue. I'll throw on the palette. Sometimes, just used it recently. It was really kind of important to the painting I was using. And then cobalt blue, that one. And let's see, just one more color. Mars orange from Sennelier is really handy for me when we get a lot of like natural grasses in Michigan that are very blonde, and there's some kind of deep brown colors, and I see a few of them actually in here today, although not exactly time to put this on. But there are times when, for painting in Michigan, this is a really important color to my palette. It's not currently on there, but it will be.